off saying this. ADHD is not really a disease. ADHD is people, and whether it be a male or female, it's really the way your brain chemistry works and some of its personality traits. And so I'll talk about this a little later on, but most people with ADHD, it's much more male-driven, especially male children, and also a lot of times there are different types of learning. People can be kinesthetic learners or auditory learners, and so I'll talk about that as well. But there is no doubt whether it is a personality trait or a nutritional deficiency that these tips will help. So let's start off talking about an ADHD diet. Now, number one thing most of you know is you've got to remove sugar and specifically gluten from children or adults with ADHD. And so again, sugar is a major problem because it will cause blood sugar spikes, which then will in turn, with those blood sugar spikes, it really causes focus levels to drop when the blood sugar spikes down, and which will cause lack of focus. And then if it's on a high spike, it will cause that hyperactivity behavior. And so again, getting sugar out of the diet, especially processed sugar, is number one. The next step in terms of diet is loading your child up with healthy protein, fat, and fiber during the meals. That's going to keep the blood sugar steady. And so following a nutrient-dense diet, a diet high in vegetables, fruits, things like nuts and seeds, and then organic meats, that is an ideal diet for anybody with ADHD symptoms. Also a diet high in omega-3 fatty acids, and that leads me into the top supplements for treating ADHD. The number one supplement is fish oil. For most kids, I recommend taking anywhere in between 500 and 1,000 milligrams of fish oil a day. And we know that there are several studies showing that fish oil and cod liver oil have been very effective in the treatment of ADHD. The next supplement that can help ADHD is a vitamin B complex. And vitamin B complex contains things like vitamin B6, vitamin B12, folate, and biotin. And these vitamins are essential for supporting the nervous system and brain and improving focus. In fact, vitamin B12 is very important because it really helps in improving energy levels and cellular function. And so for that reason, taking a good quality vitamin B complex is critical. Also, children with ADHD tend to consume more carbohydrates, and so vitamin B, B vitamins also really support the body in processing and metabolizing carbohydrates as well. So again, best supplements there are fish oil and vitamin B. And then want to talk about something else that I think is incredible, essential oils for ADHD. And the most effective essential oils are vetiver and cedarwood oil. In fact, a study was published in the Journal of American Medical Association, and they found that vetiver oil had a 100% effective rating on treating ADHD, and cedarwood oil an 83% effective rating. And so both of those essential oils are effective in the treatment of ADHD. And what I would do is basically take 2 drops of vetiver oil, 2 drops of cedarwood oil, and basically just put, a total of 4 drops, and then just rub them on a child's neck or your own neck, typically in the neck area and then up around the temple area. And if you need to dilute it a little bit, you could use some coconut oil, but rub that on the area, and that's going to help improve focus topically there as well. And then last but not least, just understanding that different children have different ways of learning, and realizing that most children or adults with ADHD are kinesthetic learners. That means they're hand-on learners. So know that if you try and put them in a classroom and tell them to sit there, not move for 8 hours straight, that really isn't natural for them. It's not to say that by following these tips they can't do it. I'm sure they can. But looking for a school system or teachers that really understand kinesthetic learning, that are patient and that can be hands-on, is one of the best ways of learning in really supporting children with ADHD. So remember that as well.